Hey everyone, it's Ben with Ascent Digital. And today I wanted to talk about some of the benefits of running targeted display advertising along with pay-per-click advertising at the same time. A lot of times out there online, you'll see articles that are, basically display versus pay-per-click, which should you use? And my recommendation is actually that you should be doing both. And there's a few reasons why. The first one is that display advertising helps to bring your customer down into the buying funnel. So a lot of times in digital marketing, we talk about the sales funnel or the consumer buying cycle and how different tactics apply to each stages of the buying journey for your customers. And what we have found is that if you're running targeted programmatic display advertising, it creates your brand awareness, generates demand for your services or your product, and then also creates some familiarity with you and who you are. So that when it comes time for that person to actually do a search, there's a high likelihood that they're going to click on your paid search ad because of the familiarity that we've created with them through your targeted programmatic advertising. The other thing is it's a great, efficient way to kind of do this full funnel strategy. So, whether people are in that early awareness stage or their consideration stage, all the way down to when it's actually time to do some research and the conversion moment. If we're doing display and search at the same time, you're talking to that customer regardless of where they are in their buying cycle. The other reason, and this is my favorite of them all, and it's that it allows us to start to utilize retargeting. So for those of you that don't know, one of the coolest things about strategic digital marketing is the capability to do what's called retargeting. Targeting is basically who someone is, demographics, income, geographics, all these things that determine who a person is would be what we consider targeted advertising. Retargeted is because someone did an action. It's something somebody has done. And when we can combine retargeting in display and search, our opportunities to execute become exponential. So for example, what we can do is called search retargeting for your display campaign. And basically what we do is we take a big list of keywords, and anytime somebody searches those key terms, it puts them into this bucket of search retargeting for your display campaign. So for example, somebody's early on in the cycle, they're Googling some of the services that you offer or the products that you offer. They may or may not click on your paid search result, but regardless, later on, we can serve them a targeted display ad for you because of the search inquiry that they did. So it's a really powerful way to combine the two so that we know if somebody's searching for what you offer, then we can advertise to them directly. I joke at the office that usually if somebody's searching for a restaurant, they're probably hungry. Similarly, if somebody is searching for the services or products that you offer, they're probably in the market for it. And what a great opportunity for us to get strategic and add value by adding on that back end of a search retargeted display campaign. The other cool thing is that it lets us do what's called site retargeting. So let's say somebody interacts with your paid search campaign. They do a search inquiry, your paid search result shows up, they click on your paid result, visit your website, and if they don't convert at that moment, we attach a cookie to them. And then when they go through their online behavior, they're going and reading a news article, checking their email, whatever it might be, we can serve them a specifically messaged display ad because they had visited your website. So another layer to that, kind of having the two strategies intertwine, and have them work in conjunction. The other great thing about it would be that pay-per-click gets very expensive, as you know. And so what's really cool is that if your pay-per-click budget runs out, we can still implement those strategies through a display campaign because display is impression-based, and we get a whole lot more bang for our buck in terms of the impressions when it comes to display. And if you look at, doing like search retargeting like we had talked about, let's say your pay-per-click budget has expired, people are still doing those search inquiries, we at least now can serve them a display ad on the back end, and keep them engaged with your brand and keep them interacting with their buying cycle as it relates to your products and your services. The other cool thing is we start to see performance increase for both when they run simultaneously. So we've got access to clients' analytics accounts, and we can start to see how people access the website and where the actual conversion took place. And what we have found over and over and over again is that clients that are running both paid search and targeted display ads have a higher conversion rate on both. And that actually simultaneously, as we continue to run them, you start to see your cost per click go down because of traffic to the website. Your quality score starts to change. And so actually, surprisingly enough, by running a display campaign, your paid search campaign is going to go further just because of how it changes your costs when it comes to cost per click and things like that. So lots of cool ways. That's just a little tiny insight. I could talk about it at length, but if you want to look at some strategic kind of creative ways to stay top of mind with your customers, one of the biggest things I would recommend is doing paid search combined with targeted display ads and touching them all the way across the funnel. If we can help, let us know. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll talk soon.